back with another episode. Now this is the first PAL case to be released in the Great United Kingdom on the PlayStation system, and it was in the style of these old Nintendo cardboard flimsy boxes. It was made out of the same material, only difference is it was without a cartridge, because this time we have a CD, and this is what the inside will look like. Presentation 10 out of 10. It's very neat and tidy, and you even got some embossed symbols and logos around the compact disc location. So yeah, back in the day, PlayStation 4, Nintendo knew best. All I have to say, for the first variant of these PS1 boxes, nothing can beat the American PS1 long boxes, and this is what they look like. It was basically the American Sega CD cases, only difference is Sony done it the PlayStation way. Instead of at the front, you just had the PlayStation black banner going at the side of the cases, and pay attention to the back right side of the inlay. As you see there, it's not suitable for various age demographics, so it will have a compact disc logo at the top, and at the bottom it will have a age rating tick box. So it have different category of ages there, along with this big bright red attention box, which is written in some foreign language, so I can't actually specify what it actually says. So this was the first PAL variant of the PlayStation cases. Then came the fragile jewel cases, which in my opinion is more of a nightmare than the dreaded cardboard boxes, but it was a major change because, as you see here, now we have engraved on the side the PlayStation logo, and it was also engraved at the top. The back inlays slightly changed because they didn't have that red box attention stuck on the back of it, but yeah, it was a major revision here. And you wouldn't believe how many jewel cases I've actually destroyed just trying to replace the back inlays. It was an absolute joke. But as you see, guys, this is what it will look like now on the right side. It will no longer have that red attention box. It would just have the compact disc logo, and it would just have that age rating tick boxes with the blue box. And if you notice, at this stage, the cover art was plain without the PlayStation black banner going across it, and it was neither going down the side of it. And also, I forgot to mention, they had this holographic sticker on most of the cases, where depending on what position the light hits it, it will change from that orange square symbol to the PS symbol, which you would get on your home button. So yeah, that was a good added feature that they introduced. So this was the fragile jewel cases, now at the height of its powers. They didn't have that PlayStation banner anywhere to be seen, but it was only for a short period of time. Then a big revision with the cover art emerged, because now the black label was introduced at the bottom of all of the front covers. Still had that silver hologram sticked on the bottom right or bottom left. So yeah, this black banner, the black label, gives it a little bit more exclusivity to all of Sony's products back in the day. But as for me, I do lean towards the first design of the cover arts, where they just had it plain, but at the same time It does go with the matching black discs, what they used to have back in the day. So I suppose they went with the formality factor. So can't say nothing, but it does make a lot of sense why they chose to roll in that direction. In some cases, at the back, it will display the either PEGI 15 or 18 symbol on the back, if they consider nobody below that age should have access to this content. So this used to be the threshold back in the day, so they didn't bother add the tick boxes. They just said anybody below, no go, and anybody above that threshold will get the green light. And Sony always left their hallmark with that PlayStation hologram sticker. Now these various editions did first start obviously with the PS1, which throughout the generations became Sony's trademark later on in all of their console cycles. Now as you can see in my hand, they released these ugly platinum editions, which I hate with a passion. So as you see, these ain't even worthy of being housed in any of the original cases. I always, if I get one, I'll probably only buy one just so I can get the case and sell it like this on eBay. So yeah, they introduced these despicable PlayStation Platinum editions. Yeah, and as you see, instead of the black label, you get this horrific silver banner running across the bottom. And on the back of the PlayStation Platinum editions, it will be all in silver on the right there, which makes it easy to identify what variant you own, especially having this platinum disc inside, which looks totally disgusting and cheap. And yeah, the bottom still has the black, but you will know what you have just by this silver plain disc with no artwork whatsoever. PlayStation, the originals always have some sort of illustrations on the disc. But yeah, very easy to identify the platinum editions with it all in silver instead of black, which many prefer the black. And if they did keep it to the original, we can like just buy it and just swap over the disc with, with the cover arts we actually want. Sony are very smart, that's why they designed it in that manner, just to prevent you from swapping and changing. So this, guys, is not worthy of a jewel case. So it will remain loose and stuck on eBay. And then right at the end of the PS1 lifespan, Sony released its value series. And they normally do that with popular games just so they can increase that revenue. So the value series had this yellow value series strip plastered at the bottom. Not as big as the PlayStation Platinum banners, but nevertheless it still looks ugly. And I don't know what's worse, but I really hate platinums. So if I had the choice between platinum and this, I'll choose this. But this is equally as bad, because this yellow banner, as you can see, even on the instruction manual, so you can't even buy it for the if you just wanted the instruction manual for your original copy. And once again, we had a change to the back of the inlays, because we no longer have that blue age rating tick box at the back. It was only now at the front So they just kept it nice and simple in that department. Now, as you see there, there's the age rating 11 plus right on top of the value series yellow strip. Thank God they kept the original disc, unlike the platinum versions, and they didn't actually put that yellow strip on the disc, and it didn't change the disc in any way. This was the original Tekken with that glamorous looking artwork there in all of its glory. So that was a good thing they did for the value series. So I guess in some way they did make it value for money, because they didn't actually have to smother that yellow banner all over the disc. So like I said, you can buy this if you've got a case, either if you've got the original case without the disc, and you can just buy this with the disc and sell it off, like what I'm gonna do. Now I did see these cases in my collection, which does look a bit more robust and durable, but for me it's a terrible design. Now I think you get these more with a packing bundle. Like this came with the Gun Con for Time Crisis. Like I said, it does have a few changes, like there's no PlayStation logo engraved at the top, neither along the sides here. We do have these plastic borders to protect the rims of the case, as you see there, and at the back, and it's much more thicker, much more of a thicker plastic here, see on the cover. And also with these packing games, you would often see the not to be sold separately printed box at the bottom of this attention box. And once again, they decided to go with the age rating tick box. So it probably varies, I don't know what game you actually get, I'm not too sure. It ebbs and flows in that situation there. I didn't really know I had these kind of cases until when I actually started going through my collection. Yeah, so that went unnoticed, and I've also discovered the cases are much slimmer compared to the original, slightly slimmer and smaller than these original cases. Not by much, but you can see there's a slight difference to height and width. So I'm not 100% sure if it's just with the bundles you get these, but these cases occurred towards the end of the generation. So towards the end, Sony started putting this on the market. So these were the last designs of the PlayStation 1 jewel cases. At least they kept that holographic sticker glowing in the light. So I know this one came much later in the generation. I can't pinpoint exactly at which time, but here is another cover art which I tried to discard from my collection as quick as possible, and that is the best of infograms or infogrames. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Here is at the back there, you don't no longer have the age rating tick box. It's just you've got the plain and simple age rating box at the front, and this one is 3+, ages are suitable to play this game. But as for me, it just looks nasty and out of place with this kind of greyish background. Don't really tickle my fancy in any sort of way. And what makes it worse, if I open it up, at least they don't have that kind of greyish background on the manual. They've left it as the original. But for me, what makes it worse is the state of what the disc looks like. Nothing can't come close to what the original disc designs used to be. As you see here on my Pac-Man world, this just can't come close to the original design, especially with all of this super radiant artwork from all circles of the disc. Absolutely exquisite the way they used to produce their stuff from Sony. Top marks there. You see I've got my product manual. But yeah, that disc is horrific. I think the PlayStation Platinum disc is the best of these two evils. You pick your poison. What one do you prefer? Like I say, this looks much better. That green writing just makes it look ugly. So yeah guys, this was a thing. They came with the best of infograms, and the best of infograms is a development company, so it's basically all of the games that they developed. They used to have their own section of cover art inside of the cases. Infograms should have never changed the cover. But if you look on the bright side, at least you can get the original manual if you want to buy these games if you're missing the manual. So these are all of the PAL versions of cover art and cases the PS1 produced at the time. I still wish we got them American big box designs because they just look remarkable. I'm still happy with what the UK brought to the table, but as for me, I always prefer the originals. Okay guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Even better, subscribe. Till next time, see ya.